In this video, I'm going to show you how we helped our client Sean and their agency go from around 10K per month all the way to 40K per month and help them install a predictable lead gen system. So let's dive right in. Sean and his business partner are the owners of Aura Seed Agency, which is an email marketing agency focused on e-commerce brands. And the results we helped them achieve was that they went from booking just 1 to 3 calls a month to then booking 1 to 3 calls per day, right? And also significantly cut their time in the operations with new systems and hires. And they, first of all, went from around 10 to 13K to then being around 40K per month and then on track to hit their first 7-figure year. All right. You can then also here at the end of the video, we will cut this whole testimonial here that you can listen to where he talks about this in more detail. And this is also what he said about us, that we helped them first double the agency revenue and then even more. And then from there, help them optimize the hiring, business development, and how they ran their agency. And most importantly, the lead gen, so that they were able to get minimum several calls regularly every day. From in the past, it was just a few per month. All right. And so that allowed them to first double their revenue and then be on track to hit their first 7-figure year. Okay. So the problem when they first came to us, when you can see here also on one of the calls explaining the situation, is they were stuck around 10 to 13K inconsistently, no predictable lead gen, just a few calls, not producing qualified opportunities. They tried outbound already, tried some LinkedIn outreach, tried some cold email, but it was like hit or miss, didn't have the right systems. And they tried many months, but it didn't really get to the stage where they wanted to be. And they were missing a clear structure, proven path, and the business felt capped because of it. And then the solution we built together with them was we implemented our predictable agency system, which is a mix of outbound and inbound. In their case, just using cold email as well as LinkedIn helped them already a lot. LinkedIn outreach and good LinkedIn content. And then later on, you can then always add more ads here as well to run to lead magnets ads, as well as using other strategies like YouTube and more deeper funnels with ads as well, right? But this is enough here. Just the outreach and the inbound on LinkedIn cold email itself was already enough to get them several calls every day. Then can be scaled even more with paid strategies, right? So what we helped them achieve is that we helped them rebuild their sales and lead gen, sharpen the offer and sales process, predictable outbound system as well as content system, clear ICP tagging, high converting messaging, making sure there's clear number tracking and volume approaches to keep the pipeline full every week. And then I also help them upgrade the team structure and delegation so that the founders are not the bottleneck and that also they can use systems, automations, team, and so on to help streamline everything for the lead gen, but also for the operations. And we help them support them with proven strategies, systems, and templates so they didn't have to, do guess everything and figure out everything by themselves and could speed up execution. And then we gave them real systems and clarity so that could break past the ceiling they had been stuck with for months. Okay. And the result you can see here, Sean and his business partner, they tripled their revenue in just a few months. Went from 2 to 3 calls a month to more than one qualified call every day, and predictable pipeline, steady sales opportunities. And the founder and him could finally focus more on scaling. And you can see tons of wins here from Sean, close another client starting, what's up, new clients this month, 5 new clients this month from LinkedIn, and new calls, new proposals, more calls. So you can see already, but 2 new clients signed, not 2 new brands he signed, right? So lots of good stuff happening here, and he shared lots of wins, and always had good wins, both on the lead gen as well as on growing the agency in general. Okay, so great case study here, great guys, and they're on track to doing even higher numbers, 7 figures and beyond. And if you're finding yourself in a similar scenario where you're also maybe stuck at a similar revenue level, 10, 20K, or maybe you're also already at 40, 50K or more, but you realize the lead gen is not as predictable as it could be, and you feel like that's the problem for you, and you tried already many things, but it hasn't really worked consistently, then we should have a conversation, because we've seen this a lot, and we've built a specific B2B and agency-specific lead gen system that can be then customized to a specific niche that you're serving. And that's why let's have a conversation. And that way, when we get more context about your business, what you tried, we can come up with a game plan, how that can look like for you. And then you have a clear roadmap and can take the systems that we have been using ourselves and that also the agencies that we've helped are using to implement them also into your own agency, and that way scale more predictably. Okay, if that sounds interesting for you, then click on the button or link under this video, give us some more context, and then looking forward to hearing from you, and have a great week.
Investing in Killian's mentorship program has been a big deal for our business. When we first met Killian and the rest of the team, we were doing around 13 to 14 grand a month. We were bringing clients in, but it was very sporadically. We were happy if we were booking 2 to 3 calls a month, really. And At the time, I had done everything that I thought I needed to do. I dove and spent tons and tons of hours into building lead gen outbound systems through cold email specifically, and still something wasn't hitting. So we definitely came to Killian ambitious but frustrated with where we were at. Throughout the mentorship, we learned some key details in how to refine our outbounding, how to refine our messaging. It was also refining how we communicated with our market, how we understood our market, and it had a real tangible impact. We really had a breakthrough with leads, to the point where getting leads now and building a pipeline of potential leads to close has been significant. If we're not booking a call a day, we feel like we've had a bad week, especially when we're on top of lead gen and not having to reallocate our time towards business development. So that's been a big deal. It's given us a lot more confidence in our ability to scale. But then beyond that, it's not just in getting more clients in and having bigger and bigger months. It's also the mindset and the coaching around how to develop as an agency owner and how to continuously take the next leap and get outside your comfort zone within the business, because that is the game. That's something I've had to come to learn. And the quicker you learn, the quicker you can scale, essentially, is understanding what level of business or what level of your agency and what skill sets required. Killian is a master at distilling that and helping you know where you next need to get to, whether it be bringing a VA in, how to do that, and then the processes around that, or what the next hire might be, and then the leadership skills. Essentially, for every level you need to get to and every new skill you need to acquire, Killian will help you identify what that skill is, and then we'll have tons of training and coaching around it, which is just invaluable. So for our business, we've scaled significantly. We're beyond double where we're at when we first met Killian, nearly 3 times the amount of revenue we were doing when we first met Killian. And now really we've got our eyes set on our first £1 million year, and then hitting our first £1.5 million year, and then multiple million years. We're very, very confident in what we can do. I think we wouldn't have that grounded confidence and that skill set to be able to get to that level if it wasn't for our time working with Killian. And I'm very excited to continue to hit new levels working with the team. I would highly recommend them to any other agency owner who is just sort of wasting time, going through the same cycles, and is repeatedly frustrated and is losing confidence in their ability to hit their goals. You need to invest in yourself and invest in the right coaches and the right mentors. Killian and his team is definitely the right team of mentors for us. So we're excited to continue working with them, and I highly recommend them.